most amazing artist. I hope you're having a great day today. We are going to be filling in the rest of our background of our leaf rubbings, and we're going to do that with paint. You have a lot of options for what kind of paint you want to use. We just want it to be a water base, so something like a watercolor. If you have something like liquid watercolors that are already in a liquid form, you could use that. You could use something like a watercolor palette. These paints are dry, so you just have to add water to them to get them to work. If you don't have paint at all, you could actually just use markers and color your background, all the white space, and then add a little bit of water on top of the marker, and markers will turn into paint as long as they are washable markers. And today I'm going to be using something called a tempera cake, and this is a very hard piece of paint, and it's very similar to watercolor in the fact that you just have to add water to it to get it to work. We're going to focus on warm and cool colors, so you have a choice today. You can use warm colors, red, orange, yellow, and we can add pink in there if you want to, or you can use cool colors, blue, purple, and green, and I have a blue-green color too that you can choose from. So think right now in your head, do you want to use cool colors or do you want to use warm colors? You're going to choose only two of each. So if you want to do warm colors, you're going to just choose 2 warm colors today. If you want cool colors, you're just going to choose 2 cool colors, because Miss M does not have enough paint for everybody to have 1 of each. For me, today I want to use pink and orange. So those are my 2 warm colors. I've decided I want to use warm colors, and the 2 warm colors I want to use are orange and pink. As you can see, I have already started my pink because it has a little puddle of water in it. So after you choose your colors, Miss M is going to come around and just squirt a little bit of water in the bottom of your tempera cake. That is going to help it start working and turning into paint. Uh-oh. Oops, that's okay. I just got some water on my paper, and that's fine. And honestly, I could actually use this water because I'm going to be adding water to this paper anyway, so not big of a deal. After I come around and add some water in your paint for you, since mine spilled out, I need a little bit more. You're gonna swirl it around with your paintbrush. Remember, our paintbrush is like a ballerina. She likes to stand on her tippy toes. Even when you're swirling it around in the paint, she needs to be on her tippy toes. We should not squish it in the paint because then you're going to break her little tippy toes, and we don't want to do that. Don't break her tippy toes. Make sure she's standing on her tippy toes, swirling that water around inside of our tempera cake. And you can actually see the color start coming onto our paintbrush's tippy toes. So once you see that, you can start painting your color onto your paper. So I'm just going to start with orange, and since we used oil pastel, or you could have used crayon to make your rubbings, this oil pastel is going to resist this paint. That means it's going to push it away. So we can actually paint right on top of these leaves, and you can see that oil pastel is resisting this paint. It is pushing that paint away. That means this kind of painting is called an oil resist painting. Now I'm gonna grab some pink because I want to kind of alternate between my 2 colors here, and I am going to paint all of that white space. I am going on top of my leaves because I want to fill in all that white space that might be showing through our leaves. So I'm going to finish up with my pink here, and I want to switch my colors again. So I'm going to switch to orange because that's my other color. If you start to run out of water, then you just need to raise your hand. Miss M will come give you some more water. Anytime you get water, you're going to have to swirl your ballerina paintbrush around in your paint very gently because we don't want to break our little tippy toes, and then we can paint it onto our paper. We want to add paint to the rest of this paper. Fill in that white space. Don't be scared to go over top of your leaves because that paint is being pushed away. Alright, I want to switch again. I want to go back to my pink. So I'm just switching between my colors to make sure I have a good mix of both of these colors. And my paintbrush is dancing across my paper on her tippy toes, just like a ballerina would dance on a stage. Now I'm going to raise my hand because I need more water. So if you need more water, just raise your hand. Miss Em will come bring you some more water. Swirl it around, all the way around. And when you can see the color on your paintbrush, you know that it's ready. So I can see pink on there, so I'm gonna paint it on, and I just have a little bit more to go down here. And I'm gonna use my eyes now, and I'm just gonna scan my paper because I want to make sure I didn't leave any spaces white. We want to cover this entire piece of paper in our 2 colors that we chose. So I'm going over my leaves again, filling up all that white space. And once all that white space is filled in, we are done. Now I just want to say we're not pressing down hard. We always dance with our paintbrush across our paper, especially on our leaves. If you're dragging this and pressing down too hard on your leaves, then that wheel pastel might start to smear. So just be careful and mindful, and do not squish down on your paintbrush at any time. I'm just moving this paint around a little bit, and I'm done because all my white space is filled. Now this painting is very, 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 very wet. So what I need you to do is keep it on your messy mat, and it's gonna go on the drying rack. We don't want to pick it up like this because look, all that paint is going to drip down onto my clothes. We don't want that to happen, so make sure you keep it flat like a pizza. Okay? And we're not carrying it like a waitress with one hand. We are carrying it with both hands. Remember, our thumbs and our fingers will clip on to each side of our paper, just like this. And we will take it with both hands to the drying rack. Your paintbrush will go in the bathtub, and you can put the paint back onto the trays where you got it from. And after you have cleaned up, then you are done. I hope you guys have a lot of fun finishing up your background with our beautiful leaf rubbings and warm or cool colors, whichever one you chose. I can't wait to see how they turn out. I know they're going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.